Hi friends, happy Wednesday. Remember that today is the day that you're going to be doing your asynchronous learning at home with your family, and we will check in together at 9:45 to 10 o'clock this morning for our attendance meeting. Today I'm going to have you doing similar things to what we were doing last week. We're going to get into our word work folder, and when you open it up on this side, you'll see we're going to do the letter I when we get back together on Thursday. But for today, I want you guys to do the letters review game, sound game that we did last week. So you're going to take out the pages that are G and H and E and F. So E, F, G, H. These are the letters that we've already finished. So you should be practicing the sounds for the words that go with those pictures. So remember, you're going to start by writing your name and then tracing the letters, coloring in the letters, the uppercase and lowercase letters, and then we're going to be looking at the pictures to help us decide what sound or what letter that picture starts with. So let's start with E and F. So here's E and F. I want to go over these pictures with you. So you have to decide when I say these pictures, does it start with the E? Remember, E is for elephant, F, elephant. So E will say F, and F is for fish, fish, okay? So let's look at these pictures. So the first picture is a fish. Do you think fish starts with E or F? Remember, you're going to color it first, and if it starts with E, you'll put it here in these 4 boxes. Or if it starts with F, you'll put it down here in these 4 boxes, and we're going to use a glue stick like we did last week. So we have fish, egg, elephant. We have a foot. We have an elf. We have a feather. We have an oh, this one's interesting because this one starts with it starts like the letter's name. So this is an eagle. So hopefully you're hearing E for eagle. So we'll put eagle over in the E section. And then the last one is the fork. All right, so you're going to color these. You'll cut the strip down the side and then cut each box. And then if they start with an E, you'll put them over here in the E section, and if they start with an F, we'll put it over here in the F section. So that's the EF page. Here's G and H. H we just did yesterday. Same thing. Name, trace and write the letters, color the letters to match, and then we'll color the pictures to glue. If it starts with a G, we'll put it here. If it starts with an F, we'll put it here. Remember, we're going to take our glue stick. The quickest and easiest way is to take your glue stick and just color all 4 boxes and then just put them on when you're ready. So let's go over the pictures for G and H. So we have, and remember, oh, we should go over the sounds. So G is for guitar. Remember, we'll go guitar. And H is for horse, horse. So G says g and H says all right. So we have gate, hat, heart, gum, guitar, house, goat, and hippopotamus. Okay, so we're going to color them, cut them out, and if it starts with a G, put it over here by the G's. If it starts with an H, put it over here by the H's. Okay, so that will be our sound review for the letters that we've covered so far. Then today I want to read you a brand new Pete the Cat book, and it's called Pete's Big Lunch. I don't know if you guys have seen this one before, but Pete makes something for lunch that is pretty big, and he doesn't know what he's going to do with it because it gets to be too much, because he's thinking about all these foods that he likes, and it gets to be really too much for him to handle by himself, so he has to solve that problem. So as I'm reading this, I want you to be thinking about in your brain, do you know what is your favorite food? So if you could make any lunch for yourself today, what would you pick to eat for lunch? Because we're going to draw our favorite food and put it into our journal today. So this is Pete the cat's big lunch, Pete's big lunch. I wonder if your food is going to be in this book. Let's find out. So here's Pete, and he's looking at his clock, and it's almost time for lunch. Lunch, thinks Pete as he looks at his watch. Here comes Pete. It is lunchtime. Pete is ready to eat. So sometimes the watch tells us it's time for lunch, and sometimes our belly growls and it tells us we're hungry and it's time for lunch. What should Pete eat? Can you see what he's thinking about, what he wants to eat for lunch? Do you see that? Sandwich? A sandwich would be nice, says Pete. But wait till you see what kind of sandwich Pete makes. Yes, Pete wants a sandwich. So Pete opens the fridge, and here's what's in his fridge. So he has mayo, milk, bread, fish, and then over on the counter he has a tomato and an apple. Okay, so he's trying to think, what is he going to use for his sandwich? So he takes out a loaf of bread and he finds a yummy fish. So you think he's going to make a sandwich, but he doesn't. He takes the whole loaf of bread with all the slices in there, and he puts the fish right on top of the loaf of bread. And then he adds a tomato and mayo to his sandwich. Pete looks at his sandwich. He thinks it's too small, he says. Something is missing. What else can he add to his sandwich? Pete knows what it needs. His sandwich needs an apple, so he puts an apple on top of the tomato. Pete loves apples. So there's his sandwich so far. Do you see any foods that are your favorites in there yet? Here's my boys' favorite. So my boys love crackers, but they love those goldfish crackers. So it says his sandwich needs crackers. Crackers are crunchy. Pete loves crunchy crackers. So this is bread and the fish and tomato and mayo and apple and now crackers. Pete looks at his sandwich again, but he still thinks it is too small. That looks like a lot of food to me, but Pete doesn't think it's enough. Pete is getting very hungry. See him rubbing his tummy? His tummy is growling. It's saying it's time to eat. So Pete adds can you see that P word right there? What do you think that word right there says? Pete adds a pickle. Pete adds, what do you think this is? Cheese, right. Pete adds what do you think that E word is right here? Egg. And then he adds 2 hot dogs, a banana, and a can of beans. Now that is a silly sandwich. Do you see any of your favorite foods on here yet? Let's see. Something is missing, says Pete. So now he's got his full sandwich, all the new things, the pickle, the cheese, the egg, the hot dogs, the banana, and the beans, and he still thinks something's missing. So Pete adds ice cream. He takes 3 huge scoops, 1, 2, 3, and he puts it right on top of that sandwich. Oh my goodness. Now I think I'm getting to the part where I see my favorite food. Do you see your favorite food yet? Pete's sandwich is now too big for Pete to eat. Pete wonders what to do. So Pete thinks and he thinks, what is he going to do to solve this problem? If the sandwich is too big, too much now, what should he do? What could he do to solve that problem? Let's see. I've got it, Pete says. Pete calls all of his friends. So he calls 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends. Calls them up on the phone. What do you think he tells them? Pretty soon, everyone goes to Pete's house. They are all very hungry. So in they go. There's Pete's sandwich in the kitchen window right here. And here come all of his friends over to share his sandwich. Pete shows them his big lunch. Are you hungry, asks Pete. Pete's sandwich is big enough for everyone. Dig in, says Pete. Now, there's so many things on this sandwich that surely there will be something for everyone that they will like. Okay, do you guys see your food on there? Let's see what the friends are going to choose. Pete's sandwich is good. So this friend had the beans. This friend had the crackers. This friend had the apple. This friend had the hot dog. This friend had the fish. Look what Pete had. He had ice cream. And then this friend had the banana. So they all got to have something from the sandwich they liked. There was plenty of food. Pete's sandwich is very good. Pete's sandwich is all gone. Pete's friends are full. They liked Pete's big lunch. Thanks for lunch, Pete's friends say. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome, says Pete. Sharing is cool. All right, so if you guys could have a lunch party today and you could make your favorite food, I want you to think about what is your favorite food. We're going to take out our kindergarten journal where we did ourselves and our families and our pets. And then today we did our favorite place. We're going to turn to the very next page, and on this page, I want you guys to draw me a big, beautiful picture of your favorite food. And you can do yourself in the picture too, enjoying your favorite food. And then when you guys are done, I want you to send me a picture of this so I can see what is your favorite food, okay? And when you're done with the EF and GH page, please send me those too so that I know you guys were able to finish those too. All right, and then I'm going to send you a second video for math and science. We're going to put math, science, and art all together today, so you guys can have some fun with that in the afternoon or after the lunch period, okay? All right, have a good morning, and I'll see you guys soon.